Namaskar, everyone. Am I audible? Okay. I think, first of all, thanks to Arnab Goswami, thanks to the phenomena called Republic that he has created over years. I think what I delve for next 10, 15 minutes is the modus operandi of the opposition, of the West, of the left, or whoever you think is the opposition. Their modus operandi is that make the Indians, the Sanatanis, the Hindus feel low about them, right? Make them feel low about their self-esteem. If they wear a dhoti kurta, if Shantanu wear a dhoti kurta or a tika, are aap to sangi hai. You are a majoritarian, right? I'll quote an example. In 2023, I was doing a fellowship in Oxford. And the session was on secularism. And the college I was in, the name of the college was St. Cross College. And the room I was in, St. Cross Room. And there was a picture of Jesus Christ there. So I just objected to the teacher that, are we really studying secularism here? And I just pointed out to the statue. She did not realize what I'm saying. It was a small classroom. She said, no. She tried to kid me. No, it's not about this classroom. It's a larger debate. But I said, yesterday I saw an official church of University of Oxford. She said, no, it's not about Oxford. Listen, you have 32 colleges and every college has a chapel. When I go to the website of the college, I can see when is my physics class. I can also see when is the mass. Every college has a chaplain. Every college has a mass group. So are we really studying secularism here? She again tried to kid me. No, you are getting stuck in like normal like the logistics. Then I asked her, last week, we went to the parliament. He said, your country has official church. And they call Narendra Modi is a Hindu Prime Minister, Yogi Adityanath is a Hindu Chief Minister. Do you know, I don't know how many of you know, just raise your hand. In the upper house of UK Parliament, like Rajya Sabha of us, they call House of Lords, they have 22 positions reserved for the priests of Church of England. Can you imagine that? It's almost equivalent to, tomorrow Narendra Modi says, we have 13 akhadas, which came to Kumbh recently, and from all the 13 akhadas, I am giving this choice to akhadas. They can appoint 2 people and they will all by default go to Rajya Sabha. Oh my God, heavens will fall if that declaration will happen tomorrow, right? And the people who are from Oxfords and Cambridges are teaching me secularism. In their upper house, they have 22 positions reserved from time immemorial, and we are fine with it. And they are teaching us. Have you seen the oath from Trump to Obama to Biden? They took oath on Bible. And if my Prime Minister goes to Kashi, he'll say, no, it's a Hindu Prime Minister. That's a Hindu Prime Minister. So I'm saying this hypocrisy is very, very interesting. I don't know how they live with this hypocrisy. So they took us as a fellowship. We met the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak was the Prime Minister then. Then they took us to the Defense Ministry, their Defense Ministry, right? They say, don't look India-UK relationship with the lens of the colonialism. And that's a very typical statement you'll hear in any UK session. And we were coming from the Trafalgar Square, if some of you are aware of London geography. And in Trafalgar Square, you have this big, large statues of all the lords and viceroys. And you know what's the placard there? He won Punjab for us. He won XX Madras for us. I'm saying, at one place, at Trafalgar Square, you're celebrating your colonial past, and you're saying just a mile away from there, no, don't judge us with the lens of secularism, the lens of colonialism, right? So when I started seeing this blatant hypocrisy, I'm saying, and it was so obvious. Let's say one argument you'll say, they came, it was not a Christian military, they came only for expansion, it was just a colonial expansion. Then I went to a couple of the churches in North, in Scotland and Edinburgh. There were a lot of viceroys, if you remember, they came from the upper region of UK. And in all the churches, the name of the army men of that time have written, like obituaries, okay, these men went from there. I said, why inside a church? While you'll write the obituary of army men in large placards after placards inside a church. And there is no other, like, it's very simple to connect that it was a church's army, that's all. Right? And then came Diwali. I was in September, November period, and it was very, very interesting and funny incident that happened. I made it a little funny. So See, it's like a country which has hardly have any events, right? Like they have a Christmas and Easter, and that's all. It's a cold country. It's raining every time. So they keep looking for events. So when Diwali came, they said, okay, we have a Diwali dinner. Okay, and you have to subscribe for it. You have to pay 10 pounds. And a couple of Indians, though, maybe 20, 30 Indians, and 300 people came, largely foreigners, right? And they start every dinner with the grace. It's like a Christian verse, and then they took a wooden hatauda type, and they say, okay, let's start the dinner. I have attended one such dinner a week back, so I knew that that procedure going to happen. I saw that hammer also and that book at the head table, right? So I thought, okay, because I was in a fellowship, no strings attached, no PhD, no master's, no scholarship, and foreign ministry sent it. I'm saying, it's fine, they can't harm me much. I said, I went to the dean of the college, a lady, Kate. I said, are we going to do that grace? He said, yeah, that's like a normal thing. So I pointed out to a bunch of Indians who were standing far. I doubt they only came for a booze there. I said, I think they may take offense. That's a Christian game. It's a Hindu festival. It's not like a normal dinner. And interestingly, about British people, they get very like jittery about the law and the norms and the rules and hurting other people, right? If you push it formally. So the Hindu community people may take offense if you read a Christian grace. He said, and then she went inside, outside, talked to the chairman, and said, then what should we do? Shall we not read the grace? No, I'm saying, you read a Hindu grace? So she said, do we have a Hindu grace? I'm saying, yeah, we have a Bhojan mantra, we read it, that's very common. Then she went inside, outside, and said, okay, what's a Hindu grace? I said, this is the Hindu grace. What does it mean? I said, does it mean like you eat the food is Brahma? I said, and then she started reading it. She was not able to read, she was not able to pronounce it. Though I gave the English transliteration, she was not able to pronounce it. And so who will read it? I'm saying, I'll read it. So she put me to the head table, and she said, okay, it's Diwali, it's like good over evil, and now Shantanu, the shivering fellow, will do the Hindi grace and say, Brahmarpan Brahmavi Brahmanam Brahmanam Brahmantingantam Brahma Samadhinam, Sena Bhavatu, and I did the Hindu grace, right? And then I realized, and I asked, like, this Diwali festival is happening for quite some time, and said, did we ever did it before? And I asked the pastor, and said, no. Then I realized from my secularism conversation to my conversation in the parliament that many times we did not even call the shots. We did not pull the farce, right? It's a basic farce. And so I asked a lot of students, sir, मेरी तो PhD की thesis, sir, guide मुझे, sir, if I create a farce, मेरी scholarship बंद हो जाएगी. Sir, I came on that scholarship. Sir, my PhD guy is a white guy. He may not agree to it. So a lot of people are just under this, my PhD thesis, my scholarship, and rightly so. I'm not saying everybody can rabble-rouser, but I'm saying very small strings when I started pulling in that 4 or 5 months fellowship, and their argument was started falling flat. In one more class, I remember the professor's name was Philip Gates, right? And he came to the class. He said, my name is Philip Gates, and I'm not related to Bill Gates. And it was like a normal joke. And then there was a fellow professor, and then for the next 5 minutes, they were talking about Gates family, this family, and we come from that clan, this clan. And next day was the Parliament Day, and the Parliament, when they have 22 positions reserved in the upper house, House of Lords, they have 22 positions reserved for the Church of England. They have 90+ positions reserved for the high blood, they call it, from Duke of England, from Duke of Newcastle. And they call it us castists. Can you imagine that? This is happening today. If you go to Parliament, there are 90+ positions reserved for high blood. There are 22 positions reserved for Church of England. And this is happening where Oxfords and Cambridges of the world are teaching, no. We can be like this, but you have to be secular. Your Prime Minister has to be secular, but we will be like this. And this is happening. Yeah. Some more experiences. Okay, yeah, then they say, okay, you guys are against women. I'm saying, okay, you don't have in India, for all the 3 mighty powers, we have goddesses, not the gods. For Shakti, we have a goddesses. For Vidya, we have a goddesses. We have a goddess. And for money, for prosperity, we have a goddess. They have no argument. In fact, in one class, I said, like, I went to a place called Lewis, and I realized, and also, if you know, Thames was at one point called Black River, and it was black because of shit. They did not have proper toilets. Only thing, because of the looted money, they developed so fast, they developed so fast that they were able to erase their past of 60, 70 years. And when I see, Sanjeev ji was talking about Chola Empire, toilets, sewages, are very, very common 1,000 years back, 2,000 years back. When people were not knowing how to wear clothes, we were not far away from in Kurukshetra, we were discussing a very philosophical text called Bhagavad Gita. because I think in the last 1,000 years, they have looted us so much from our wealth and intellectual wealth. We have made to believe, okay, we are this country which is casteist, which is a communal, which has bad road, which has cows on the street, which has dogs on the streets. Dogs on the streets probably not, no more after the Supreme Court verdict. And then after a lot of such interaction, I started talking to a lot of kids that, and I also didn't know, in fact, one animator told me that the first time animals were talking in a story, animals talking in a story is a very common thing, right? Like your jungle books and all. It started by Vishnu Sharma and Panchtantra, right? They will tell you they gave you the language, but then when you read Panini, in Ashtadhyayi, he gives you the rules of grammar. What's a word, what's a verb, what's a composite sentence, he gave you all the elements. When you read about Shushruta and Charak and Patanjali, they gave you the basic medication. A lot of surgery books still start with, a lot of Western surgery books still start with the quotation of Sushruta. Only thing we have forgotten, if you search on internet who is the father of modern surgery, you will get some fancy British name or English name, right? Only thing now we have to push it back. First of all, we have to remember it and we have to push it back and learn it back, right? But I think lucky thing is the times have changed. Times have changed, and last 10 years, I was seeing one of the sponsors, Gallant. In fact, I was in their house last week, and to your surprise, I don't know, many of, apart from the people from Republic might not be knowing, it's a 5,000 crore rupees revenue company. It's in steel and bars, and they're based in Gorakhpur. Can you imagine that? They're based in Gorakhpur. They started in Gorakhpur, and the proprietor, Chanduji is called, Chandra Prakash Agarwal, he started as an adatiya in a mandi, like in a small galla shop in a mandi. And then he moved on to flour mill, then he moved on to steel, and then 2006 he went public, and now he's a 4,000 crore rupees company. So I think times have changed, we have seen that from books to movies to TV channels to some phenomena like Republic, from rebuttals, from someone like, in bureaucracy, someone like Sanjeev Sanyal, in army we have amazing set of people, when you have lawyers like Vishnu Jain, we are reclaiming our ground. We are reclaiming our ground, and we should know it how we are doing it, right? I think, to my mind, when I was debating Ram Mandir and Republic Studio or Aziz Studio in 2017-18, I always said it's a TV debate. It'll start as a TV debate, it'll end as a TV debate. But today we are sitting when Ram Mandir is there, 370 is abolished, many temple corridors are coming, we have CA, we have UCC, light of UCC coming, we are the 4th largest economy. When I go to US and UK, they're still rubbing those cards in and out, ki sir, ye nahi chalega, wo nahi chalega. While talking, I can quickly transfer 10,000 rupees to my wife, sitting just here, right? We have the most advanced system, and we have TV channels as big as Republic. My friend, physics wala, they just bought a big car, and when they bought the big car, it first go to temple. And the next day I saw the Chandrayaan was going up, and a lot of parts, the scientists took them to Tirupati. So I think this is a very interesting combination, and which West is not able to digest. See, the whole world is Islamic or Christian. For them, it's a subscription war. And we are kind of a sore in the eye. Ye kaun log hain yaar? Ye kya hai? Matlab, what is this ajeeb country, right? Where they can go to Chandrayaan also, and they still do some cult kind of pujas, which we can't understand. So we are kind of becoming sar in the eye ki ye, and we are still the 3rd, 4th largest economy and vying for the 5th stop. I think with this phenomena, which I noticed in Ayodhya on 22nd January 2024, that how times have changed and how elements have changed. So I was doing the commentary with NDTV that time, and all the channels have made their sets next to the Saryu, right? In the Ram Ki Pairi, there was a cement structure, and all the channels, it was all TV channels there. And in the river, government has made an arrangement of large screens where you can watch while it's happening, right? While the Prime Minister, the Chief Minister, the Governor are doing the ceremony. And we didn't know the statue, it was a curtain there. And as the statue, as the curtain was unveiled, we all saw that beautiful statue of Ram Lalla. We all were teary-eyed. And a beautiful thing happened then. A helicopter flew by the government, and it was showering rose petals on all the people who were standing near the ghats. And Next to me was Saryu, and a lot of flowers, a bunch of flowers fell there, and the bed next to me was red. And it gave me a juxtaposition that this is not the first time Saryu became red. Saryu became red in 1990s also with the blood of Ram Bhakts when Mulayam Singh Yadav shot at them. Saryu became red again with the flower petals showered at them. So that's why then I realized times have changed. And with this, I want to end what Prime Minister said. It's a long couplet. I'll just read the first line, that yahi samay hai, sahi samay hai, Bharat ka anmol samay hai. And to all the young people here, I think just capture this sahi samay and take wings and join this bandwagon. And there cannot be a better time than this to do anything individual, anything nationalistic. Thank you.